welcome back to the wonderful Aurora. So, in the last episode, we were redoing some of our replenishing our troops. Here we are is our army. We've got a 30,000 ton army, which includes an anti-personnel jeep, which consists of a jeep which has 6 shots, penetration 15, damage 10. That should take out some of their troops. An auto cannon jeep from a older variant, I believe, not much older, I don't think, which is an auto cannon which does 3 shots, 24 damage, 16. So that used to be the anti-vehicle, but that obviously doesn't cut the mustard against the vehicles that we know we're up against, because they have like 32 armor, so this wouldn't touch them. But they'll take out 3 shots at a time, take out the troops again, and then just a mounted infantry HQ, just a HQ, which gives them enough bonuses for that. We've got a first infantry, which is the Mark II infantry, which has 1 shot each, does 12 penetration, 10 damage, which is exactly enough to take out the troops. So we get 769 of those units. The previous 144 of these doing 6 shots apiece, and then 6 of these doing 3 shots apiece. And now we've got 769 doing 1 shot each, which will do them, and then some more autocannon jeeps. Again, the 3 shots per jeep. We've got the jeep vehicle. So this one should be trying to take out some of the vehicles. So this one could do penetration 40. That's more than 32. Damage 40. So that will do the job. 97 of those, and then some autocannon jeeps as well, just to make up the numbers, because we didn't have enough to make a full group, battalion, whatever you want to call it. It will do 24 damage, 16. So again, just take out some of the people, and then we got this one as well, a Mark II version of the Jeep with the heavy crew serve, 6 shots, 15 and 10. So this one should do quite nicely against the people as well. So they will take out 97 shots against anti-vehicle, and then we've got 11 and 1 taking out some of the people around. First, machine gunners. So these are the mountain machine gunners here, which will do 6 shots a bit. Thank you, Java. We'll do 6 shots each, 15 and 10. So that will take out again infantry, 248 of those units. A second machine gunner, which has now got 158 of those, plus 30 autocannon jeeps, and a couple of mounted infantry there to make up the numbers, 1 shot each of those. And then I've got my tank battalion group, whatever you want to call them, 40 tanks, and a jeep HQ for those. And yeah, these are the first version of the tanks. So they got the auto cannon, which do 3 shots, penetration 40, damage 16, and plus a 1 shot 16, damage 24. So that light anti-vehicle ain't going to do any vehicle stuff, but it will take out, if it shoots any of the infantry, it will take those out. But the auto cannon is there to take out some of their vehicles. Penetration 40 will take out the armor 32 of those those vehicles. But of course it's armor 60, so it should be pretty tough. They don't have much that can kill an armor 60. I mean, they have managed to kill. They have got single shots units that will take out armor 60. So they're not invulnerable. They're just their infantry can't take it out, for instance. It's only if I go to their chaps. Here they are, ground units. So they won't or shouldn't do any damage. They won't. The battle wagon, one shot, 60. Not sure exactly how many battle wagons they've got, but we have hit 5,519 of them and destroyed 135 of them. So they've got quite a few of them. So we do need to work on killing these vehicles. Once we've killed a lot of these vehicles, we'll be in a much better. Combat wagon, again, he is not going to damage those tanks. The warrior is not going to damage the tanks. So it is only really the battle wagon that we need to target. I don't know how you can, whether you can particularly target a particular unit. I don't think you can. But we will. We need more anti-vehicle stuff. We've got anti-personnel stuff. We'll be able to wipe out because their infantry shouldn't do anything against us now, because even our infantry have got a better armor than 12.5. Looking at our infantry, the armor 20s, armor 20s. Armor 20, armor 20, even machine gunners have got armor 20. So there's no, we've got rid of everything that we feel is vulnerable to their infantry. So it's only their vehicles. So we must really concentrate on their vehicles. Scrap. These are the guys that I don't know. I did get rid of some scrapped some of them, actual scraps some of them. But these are the guys here that I don't think are up to the job anymore. Although their armor is 20, their armor is 20, and their armor is 20, they shouldn't be too vulnerable to infantry. They will still get mowed down by the vehicle stuff. For instance, their combat wagon, for instance. Oh no, 15. So their combat wagon shouldn't be a worry to us either, if that's how it works. So yeah, single shots from those guys would take it out. That shouldn't. That 20 could do. Don't know how many they've got. Again, the battle wagon. Yeah, but I think the warrior couldn't do it. So in theory, there's not a lot even to damage these ones with their 20. But penetration 10, it's just pointless being there. It's just using up supply. Penetration 12, though that would match it, the damage is 8. So again, we look at their warriors, for instance. Okay, we might break their armor, but their hit points are 10. Damage 8. It'll get through the armor, but it won't kill them, so it's pointless. So again, they're just using up. We'll just be using up supplies, and this anti-vehicle infantry. Although this Jeep thing would take out a infantryman, it won't take out the vehicles that it's there for. And as a one shot and costing 6 supply, it's just, again, it's using up space, it's using up supply. It's not any use to us. So they're in a little group now called Scrap, and what my plan will be to repurpose those as garrison troops to protect our bases and things like that. So we'll put a few of these on various planets. So if they get attacked, at least there is some ground presence that may delay the attackers if they try to land or whatever. Not exactly sure how that all works. Now, from my understanding, I think when you get 11 or 12 systems, then you start getting visitors, and they're hostile visitors. So we're currently at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So I think we can probably find 2 more systems. I'm not entirely sure. It's definitely 1 more system we can find. Maybe 2. Depends on whether it comes at 10, 11 or 12. But we need to have a naval fleet before we can do that. We need to have a properly certainly some of our colonized planets need to have a military fleet on the ground, boots on the ground, to defend them. I know Alpha Centauri's got that. Sol's mostly got that. We need to move some more units around to like places like Mars, Luna, and Groombridge needs it as well. I was looking at the distance. Now in here you can see, where are we? Not the overview. Display. Yeah, here we go. And distance from selected systems. So if we hit Sol as our main system, see if we can change that. We can see that Sol is 0 distance away. We can see that Lumen is 4.3 away. We can see that Alpha Centauri is 5.4, Groombridge is 6.3. I believe these are billion kilometers. Pretty sure. So all the stuff we're moving to Groombridge and stuff is 6.3 billion kilometers away, and that's 1-2 jumps away. HH Andromeda is 1-2 jumps away, same distance as Groombridge, but it's 4.8. So Andromeda is actually closer than Alpha Centauri, which is 5.4. So although we've stretched out 2 jumps in that direction, and we've stretched out like 2 jumps in that direction, or up to 3 jumps away from Groombridge, this is definitely the sort of the direction we should be heading in the future. Now we know that Andromeda has got 2 unexplored jump points. Lumen has only got the 1, and we've gone through it, but Andromeda has only got that. Has only got obviously that 1. Got 2 there. So Lumen, I believe, has got like 1 that goes to Andromeda. So the distance between here and here must be very small in order for that distance to be accurate. So let's just make sure that or check that is the case. So the distance between Sol and Andromeda is like 1,000 million. So it's a billion, 1 billion away. So let's do another little check. What has Lumen got? Absolutely nothing. Is that true? With minerals. Oh, okay. I don't know what I was. Was I hiding something there? Anyway, so they got asteroids. What was I collected here? So these guys have all got minerals, but as far as I can see, very little have got anything significant. What do we got here? So Galisite at 22,000. That was why we selected that one. Corundium at 21,000. So we selected those 2 as places that we want to start thinking about mining. Everything else is a little shy of quantity. So none of them's really, hey, we got to get there. But these are ideal. They're asteroids as well. They're ideal places to put these orbital miners on. And we know they're not very far away because they're 1 jump over. They're pretty close. So we could start thinking about maybe getting these guys, maybe not auto miners, but certainly orbital miners, which we do. So these 2 here. And then when we go to, so that was Lumen, and then Andromeda has got 1 comet, which has got a bit of sorium on it. But it might be useful to put an auto miner on there, or maybe something like that, so we could maybe get some sorium refueling, or however we can access that, but nothing there. But I think we will explore on, because these 2 places here need to be looked at. What else did we do? In the meantime, we had a look at our dropship, and I think we decided on this as our new dropship. So we got this dropship, which was great. It served the purposes. It got troops on the ground, albeit that a complete disaster. But we got troops on the ground really quick. But it can only do the 3.3 billion kilometers, which meant it needed refueling several times on the way. So what we've done is we've upgraded it. Let's get a wide view, then we can see exactly what we have done. We've upgraded, so we kept it essentially the same. We've upgraded the armor, so the armor is tougher. We got rid of this really expensive engine, and we popped in a nice cheap. Yeah, we don't want to change it. A nice cheap engine. It's the same size, but is way less powerful. It's only got a 600 engine power rather than the 1600. So we're going from 7,300 meters a second to 2,000, so less than 3,000. We've also gone from amount of fuel on board from 250,000 to 100,000. But our range has gone up from 3.3 billion to 15.2 billion. So these now become useful. And 10,800 as opposed to, oh, it's the same physical size, more or less. What did we do? How can that be the same size, more or less? So it's got a smaller engine. Yep, but just tell me about the engine. You can't tell me about the engine. Engine 600 as opposed to that one. It is a, oh no, it's a smaller engine, half the size engine. Okay, so it's half the size of the engine and a lot less fuel and same thickness of armor, but a better standard of it, so it weighs less. And yeah, it's the same size ship. Ah, yes, I added the cargo shuttle multiplier. So I added cargo bay. You guys probably saw that, I did. So we added the cargo bay. Yeah, we just want to see what it's. Cargo shuttle bay, 500 tons. So we've added that. So that means that if they do want to re-pluck them back off the surface again, like we tried to do, instead of taking over a day, it should now take, as it says there, 6 hours, which is obviously less than a quarter of the time. So much improved. In order to then repurpose those ships, what we have done is we have gone to the shipyard and we have asked the bomber shipyard to retool itself for the new or the reworked dropship. This will then, as I don't think we're going to buy any more bombers, because those bombers, I don't see how they're useful in ship-to-ship conflicts, because they've got to get too close to the opposition. They haven't got any anti-missile technology on them, I don't believe. Certainly nothing that's going to be a great deal of use. And the so they were designed to for a particular purpose. I don't think we're going to get rid of them as such, but we're not going to build any more. If we were to build any more, we would upgrade that design quite significantly in any case. So that is the plan. Or industry, what we also did is we started building those new engines. The ones that we were gonna, they're not the latest and greatest of engines. They're a step back still. These are engines for the dropships. They are a step back from in the terms of fuel efficiency on the engines that we could build of that type right now. Just one step back. But if we did that, we'd have to. This engine was already designed, and I don't know what we'd used it in before, but it's been used, certainly been researched, it's ready to go, even if it wasn't actually used in anything. So it's all there, ready to rock, which would give us means we don't have to research it. We don't have to use any of our instant build points. It's a bit more true to life. I mean, they would. It's very close, and the efficiency that already gives us over our current version of engine is more than good enough. We also had a look how many missiles we got. We got 200 of these missiles, 19 of the ones that are too short. These ones are much better, I believe. So we've started to then produce 1,000 of them, because, as you can see, our missile attack ships are over halfway built, and they take quite a few missiles each. Again, I think that needs a lot of work. We are going to slim down on these things. This is not an ideal ship. We need to reduce it, but it's the design we've got at the moment, and it's the one we're going to do at the moment. I think that's it. I think that's pretty much the update. We are now up to speed with the slight changes that we have made. I will also show you that I did scrap some of those military things just to get down to round numbers and to see what happens when you scrap them. So I got rid of 960 of the mountain infantry. You get a bit of money, and we got 69 tons of material, which I think is just the vendorite, because I think that's all you use to make these things. I got rid of 83 of the vehicles. I got 16 tons and some money, and 5 of the heavy machine gunners, and we got a very bit of money and a tiny bit of vendorite. So I don't think it's a 1-for-1. I'm pretty sure it's not 1-for-1, but hey, it might be. Who knows? Either way, yeah, not that you do get stuff back, so it is a thing. And what happened here? Yeah, so I made a prototype of these two engines to see what would work, and was stuck with the one that we already had in the end. In fact, one of them I designed was exactly what we had already. I had already obsoleted it, so I just unobsoleted it and was good to go. I think that is us fully up to date now. So, gosh, I think it's time we hit the old. Let's put this down so it's not quite so many. It's only when I was looking back at the history. Let's have 500. The latest stuff. Put that over there. I don't think there's anything else particularly. Let's just make sure we're building. Oh, we can build another troop transport or cargo ship. I think we're going to build another cargo ship because of those drop ships are going to give us a bit more capacity. Cargo ships, I think, are going to be something we need to push out into the extremities of more of the places. We've got 2 scout ships that we could build, salvage ships. Going back to the terraformer, I'm happy with the salvage ship at the moment. Yeah, it went around and picked up stuff. Didn't pick up anything too exciting, unfortunately. No engines. The Stevenage is our just our search vessel. We've got a few of those, and the bomber is being retooled. We don't want to build any, and we got this one ready for our next big military ship if indeed we want it. I think that's all and good. Yeah, there's the cargo ship we just built. We've got a couple more troop transports on the way. We've got more orbital miners, which I think, as I say, we're going to send off to Lumen. Couple more fuel harvesters, and then obviously our attack fleet. But I think, why not? Let's send these guys here. I think we are all ready to go. They've maintenance. Let Earth refuel, resupply, and then begin overhaul. And then, oh, you're on your way back anyway. Look, Yes, last we saw them, they were still stranded out in Ross, and they're on their way back now because Ross is now completed. Let's give it a 30-day tick and see what happens. Troop transport has completed its orders and orbited Earth. What did I ask troop transport to do? Is there more troops? It doesn't look like it. These guys are all... So I hadn't asked them to... Yeah, they're all pretty full. Is there a refresh button? Maybe that's open. Let's double check. No, nothing else looks new there. What did I ask them to do? Who was it again? Troop transport 3901. Okay, let's have a look. See where they can find troop transport. Wherever I've hidden them now. Troop transport 39. History. Created. Refuel, resupply. Unload all ground units and then refuel, resupply. I think that was probably the refuel, resupply that we asked them to do. I think so. Now we've got everyone back at base. What is our situation with Earth? In terms of maintenance, 420,000. Shippage tonnage maintains 161,000. Okay, so we got plenty of capacity, I'm pretty sure. Right, that was a 6-day tick. Let's try for a full 30 days. 3 days we managed. Yep, another cargo ship has joined another fleet. Let's try for more days. 11 days we managed to get through there. Fuel, Groom has completed his orders, now orbiting Groom Bridge. Excellent. Production. I'll get back to you on that one. Production, convert mines, autos completed. Yes, I stopped that. And production of terraform installation. Yes, so what I've done there as well, forgot that one. So I've stopped the conversion of mines to automated mines because I think we want to put some. We will want those mines on various places that we're now trying to put people on. So that's fine. And we've also completed work into improved damage control. Excellent. Let's see how we're doing for labs. We've got 18 labs now. There's lots of stuff that we were looking to improve upon. Was it any ground stuff? I don't think it was. Was it sensor stuff? Don't know whether it was. That looks a bit low. Was it ordnance production? Or was it ground unit? How are we doing any ground unit? Oh, we're already doing the construction. So is there anything we could do that's better? No, that's... Well, we can throw more labs at it now. That's a possibility. Shipyard operations is quite expensive, but we would like that sort of thing. Logistics. I don't know that that's that important. Any of those. Power of propulsion. I think there was more stuff we wanted to do, but we also want to do the internal confinement fusion reactor. We certainly think we can throw 10 labs at this because it is about time we started moving the engine tech one step forward, because it's a tech that needs to move forward. Basically, it's all the time because it makes such a difference to everything, missiles, ships, everything. So that one, we've still got another 8 labs. I think we could do with... Oh yeah, we are behind on our sensors a little bit. Missiles, agility, that is very behind. Magazine feed efficiency, that would make quite a bit of sense actually, because that'll make our magazines smaller. As we want to shrink them down. Let's do that then. Right, that's all of the labs. Good and good. Right, that was 11-day tick. Let's hit another one. Right, so first heavy tank train and first heavy light. We need to go check out those. Right, so these were things that we started training. So what was it? Two different things, was it? First heavy tank trained and first tank. So these are two different tanks. We thought this was the way to blast through the enemy, because we were starting to worry that we weren't doing any damage and stuff. So we've got an all heavy auto cannon shots. This is before we had the intel of what we need to hit. So 3 shots, penetration 50. So these are definitely anti-vehicle things. And the fact that we've got 20 units on board here with basically 4 shots that will take out any of their vehicles per tick is pretty good on 20 of those. And what was the other tank unit? So yeah, we'll pop that up into there. We're happy with that one. And this one here, you have got heavy crude personnel, 6 shots, 15-10. So there's 6 shots that will take out people's infantry, and the medium anti-vehicle, which will take 1 shot will take out a vehicle, but only 1 shot at a time. But yeah, it's the penetration 40. It's over 32. That will be killing that, and that's 56. So that is a useful weapon. What was the armor on this tank? That one there, armor 60. Yeah, so he's tough. This is our existing tank. He's armor 60 as well. So again, not much to kill it. And you'll take out 3 vehicles and 1 infantry. That's the very old one. This one will take out 4 vehicles at a time, and this one will take out 6 infantry and 1 vehicle. Okay, that's fine. We'll keep it. More units. How many tons have we got now? We've now got 40,000 tons of invasion force, as well as some 2,400 stock just to replenish. So they're current stock, as it were, that we can use to replenish and rearm and stuff. And it's great. We should now have 2 spare ground unit production facilities. Yep. And to be honest with you, I think we could do with just some a couple of supply trucks. And they'll be done in September of 42. Even the supply trucks take ages to build. But that was our biggest problem last time, was we run out of supply trucks. That's why we had to withdraw. And I think we would have beaten them in the end. We just run out. We're running out of supplies, and when we run out of supplies, you just sit and duck, I think, because you haven't got the bullets to shoot. So yeah, a couple of those, and then I think we're probably looking more at certainly trying to remember what we have built. That would be, I think it's infantry and anti-vehicle. I'd have to check the latest templates. So yeah, infantry would be 1, and is it? I think it was the anti-vehicle one, because it's got the Jeep Pen 40. Jeep Pen 40 has got 1 shot penetration 40, but it's not too big. So I think it was that one. 6 shots infantry. Yeah, so it's just infantry would be infantry 41 take out the infantry and then the Jeep Pen 40, and I think that would do the job. If I'm honest, I think much of all this else we should be eliminating, because that's muddying the waters a bit. Anyway, let's do another tick. We've got enough time just for a bit more. Intelligence update. Oh, what's going on here? Analysis of emissions from the Alpha Centauri 411 colony on Alpha Centauri reveals it has a population of 1.1 billion with 0 installations. 10-year service medal. A scout has suffered a maintenance problem, and it's time for Scout 1, Scout 1 to come back, and shipyard modification has done for dropship, so we can now do the refitting of the dropship. So let's refit these dropships right now, and check on the scout situation. So you are in Alpha Centauri, so you need to come back to Sol Earth, move to location, refuel, resupply, and begin overhaul. This scout is currently orbiting Earth, and to be honest with you, these could go and do the they could go and do the looking at the new stuff. You got jump drive, but you have various sensors, so we could look for aliens, but you do not have any ability to search. Have you got a jump drive? Yeah, you got jump drives, so you guys can go and do what you need to do. So we could do this, send a scout to the new system, and in the next episode we're going to send Scout 3002 on a very quick trip just to see what's behind there. What's in Andromeda's unexplored jump point number 2. Thanks for watching, guys. I'll see you in the next episode.